Hi guys, welcome to the video corrections for the week 12 spiral. As always, make sure if you get something wrong that you are copying the full correction before moving on. Monday, the model represents the equation x minus 2 equals 5. Determine if each statement is true or false. A. To solve the equation, add 2 positive counters to each side of the equation mat. B. To solve the equation, add 5 negative to each side of the equation mat. C. The value of x is 7. Okay, A is true. And if you look down below at, I wrote the equation. The one x bar represents 1x, and then the 2 negatives is minus 2, and the other side is equal to 5 positive constants. So that's 5. And so what I would do is I would add 2 to each side to isolate, so that's the same as adding 2 positive counters to each side. B, to solve the equation, add 5 negative to each side of the equation mat. That's false. And then C, the value of x is 7. So yes, when I isolate the variable by adding 2 to both sides, I'm going to get positive 7 for my answer. Tuesday, used paperback books are 25 cents and hardback books are 50 cents. If you buy 3 paperback books and 5 hardback books, how much money do you spend? Go ahead and choose the correct option for the expression and the following solution. Second part, suppose you ordered 2 pizzas, 2 garlic breads, and 1 order of barbecue wings. How much change would you receive from $30? So you're going to pick an expression and then you're going to pick a solution. Notice how it's saying how much change would you receive. So we're not asking how much we're spending, it's how much change we would receive from 30. Okay, so for the first one, used paperbacks are 25 cents, hardbacks are 50 cents, and you're buying 3 paperback and 5 hardback. So I did 3 times 25 cents, and you're adding that to 5 times 50 cents, and that gives you $3.75. For the next one, ordering 2 pizzas, 2 garlic breads, and 1 order of barbecue wings, it asks how much change would you receive from 30. So what I did is I did $30 and I subtracted everything that I'm spending. So the 2 times 8 is the 2 pizzas. I'm adding that to the 2 times 2, which is 2 garlic breads. And then I'm adding $4 for barbecue wings. Down below is where I solved. You want to do what's in the parentheses first, and it comes to that I'm spending $24. So change from 30, you would do 30 minus 24, which is $6 and change. The table shows the number of tickets needed and the number of times Talia participated in different activities at a carnival. Write an expression in simplified form for the total number of tickets that Talia used. So what I did is, if you notice here, for each activity, balloon pop took 3 tickets times completed 8 times. So you would be multiplying the number of tickets times the number completed. So when I wrote that out, I have 3A plus 4B plus 2A plus 5B. So next thing you want to do is combine like terms. So 3A and 2A are like terms, and that gives you 5A. 4B and 5B are like terms. You combine those, they give you 9B. So 5A plus 9B. Thursday, the table shows the prices of different satellite radio plans. Mrs. Friedman paid $99 for M months of satellite radio under Plan A. So we're looking at Plan A. Fill in each box to write a multiplication equation to represent the situation. So you're going to use these values here to fill in these boxes here to write a multiplication equation modeling this situation. Second part, how many months of service did Mrs. Friedman purchase? Okay, so I looked over at Plan A. Cost per month is $16.50. So I filled in the boxes. I've used $16.50 times M months equals $99. And then to figure out how many months of service she purchased, I wrote my equation down here. And it's $16.50 times M equals 99. And this is an equation where we have a rational coefficient of a decimal. To get rid of a coefficient, you divide. So I divided by 1650 on each side, and I got 6 months. Time for your weekly picture of PJ. This is him at the Dog Beach in Huntington. It's one of his favorite places to go. He likes to swim in the water and chase birds. Now on to the review of area of a circle worksheet on the back. Again, make sure you're making full corrections for each one that you missed. Number 1, a large pizza at a restaurant has the dimensions shown. So here's the pizza, diameter of 14 inches. Find the area of the pizza. Okay, so for this problem, I'm just going to do it. It shows the pizza, and it shows that there is a diameter of 14. But the formula for area of a pizza, or for area of a circle, I'm sorry, is pi times the radius squared. So first thing, when I'm substituting values, I'm going to use 22/7 for pi. And I want to multiply by the radius squared. But this is not a radius. It's a diameter. So what I need to do is I need to do 14 divided by 2, which is 7. So I'm going to do 22/7 times 7 squared. Next, I'm going to square the radius, and I'm going to get 49. So I'm multiplying by a fraction by a whole number, so I can go ahead and cross divide, multiply, simplify, and so I'll divide by 7, and so that'll be a 1, that'll be a 7. So my answer is just going to be 22 times 7, and so the area is going to be 154 inches squared. And so the other question asks, why does it make sense to use 22/7 as the estimate for pi? Well, when you square the radius, you get 49, and 49 is a multiple of 7. So notice how I was able to easily cross divide with the 7 and the 49. So the multiplication is actually easier that way than multiplying by 3.14, because I can do some mental math. A window that is in the shape of a semicircle has a diameter of 28 inches. Find the area of the window, round to the nearest tenth. Okay, so I drew the window with a semicircle 28-inch diameter. And I put my formula, area equals pi times the radius squared. And so when I substitute my values, I paused for a second. I didn't want to substitute 28 because that is the diameter. And actually, when I first did this, I made a mistake. So you want a radius for your formula, so you have to do 28 divided by 2, which is 14. Then you square 14, which is 196, and I got 615.44. Now that's the area of the full circle, but this is just a semicircle window, which means half of a circle, so I divide by 2, and then I round my answer to the nearest tenth. 2 tells me to keep it the same, so 307 7/10 inches squared. Refer to the figures shown below. Which figures have the same area? Select all that apply. So I went ahead and just numbered them as figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, figure 4. So when you get the multiple choice answers, that's what's going to pop up. So make sure you number each one so you know which ones to choose or which ones not to choose. Okay, so I went ahead and found the area of each of the figures, and then I made sure for figure 1, figure 4, those were semicircles. So once I found the area, I had to divide them by 2. And so I got that figure 1 and figure 4 have the same, but there are different areas for 2 and 3. The tunnel opening shown is a semicircle. Find the area to the nearest tenth of the opening of the tunnel enclosed by the semicircle. So again, notice it's semicircle, half of a circle. So a hint, you're going to find the area, but then you're going to want to divide by 2. Okay, so I started with the formula pi times the radius squared. And when I substituted my values, instead of putting 3.14 times 23 squared, I put 11.5 because 11.5 is a radius. If I put in 23, I'm making the formula pi times d squared, which that's not the formula. So then I squared 11.5 and got 132.25 and multiplied it by pi and got 415.265 for the whole circle. But again, it's a semicircle, which is half. So my last step is I want to divide 415.265 by 2. And then when I did that, my result is right here. I referred to my directions, and it said to the nearest tenth. So 6 is in the tenths. 3 tells me to keep it the same. So final answer, 207.6 feet squared. Congratulations, you have made it to the end of the week 12 spiral, and this is probably a picture of what your face looks like right now, because mine looks the same. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next week, same time, same place.